Franz here. Just going to do a quick demo here to show some of the different ways you can add products to your Concrete5 site using the e-commerce add-on for Concrete5.6 and earlier. So we've already got it installed and we've got some products in the system. And there's two different ways you can approach this. If you've got a small catalog and you really just want to put a product here, a product there, really control which pages they show up and what makes sense to you. You don't need categories, as it were. It really couldn't be easier. So we've got a few CDs here that we've added to the system. And if I go into one of these, you can see we've already added some images and there's some properties. We've enabled it, which is important. We've got this in here. And if I go over to the sitemap, you'll see we've got one page here called Buy Music. Now let's go visit that page. And on that page, we've got a bunch of CDs. Now what I've done here is I've actually just added each one of these CDs as a product block. And I wanted to control the formatting for this pretty strongly. So this is actually just a content block. Put all the song names in. I suppose you could do this on the product description if you wanted. I just happened to do it on the page like this. And then I went and I added a product block. And I chose a specific product. So choose this radio button, lets you pick from the catalog. You can then control what fields you want to show. I don't want to sell the CD if I'm out of them, that kind of thing. Added it along with the add to cart button. And I just went through and for each product I added the description and the product block that I wanted. This one we've sold out. So that's kind of the simplest way. If you've just got, hey, donate here, or we sell one or two products and you want to put it on the sidebar of your blog, that's a great way to pull it off. Now, if you've got a more complicated product catalog and you want some categories, you can do that as well. So let's go and add a product. And let's say we've got a bunch of musical gear we want to sell as well. So we've got keyboards, buttons and knobs. And I'm not going to fill all this out. It is important that you enable the product. And if you've turned on inventory management, you want to be thoughtful about that as well. When I add the product now, you can see it asks me if I want to create a product page. And what this is going to do is actually make a page in my site map that has a relation to this product, so I can add other information to it if I want. But I've already made a container page called Music Gear, and I'm just going to pick that and add it, and go show you what that looks like in the sitemap. This is just any page type that you want. I happen to use the full because I like that page type, but we'll add another one here. I'll say inside of here, I want to add a page. We're going to use this as another category. And again, any page type doesn't really matter. This is just a container as a loose concept. And we're going to, novelty items. So now we've got a page, and we can add product pages underneath that. Now, the product page, when you add a product, use the product page, it will use the product page type. So, musical note tie, those cool ties, right? Again, make sure it's enabled. We'll add the product. And this is not music gear, it's a novelty item. We'll add it over there. And you can see again, if you come over to the sitemap, that there's now a page for that product under here. Now and we can go look at that real quick. Here is the page it made. It's already put the product block on there. There's no stock, but I can add it to the cart. Now, in order to make the category listing page, we'll go to that container page that we made, novelty items, and this is just flexible Concrete5 page. So you can put anything you want on here. But what you do need to do is put the product. You can see there's two blocks. The product, that's what I used earlier to just place those CDs on the page the way I wanted them to. But in this case, we're going to use the product list. And we've got some different options. You can figure out which products you want to bring back, how you want to format them, how you want to lay them out. In this case, we want to bring back all the products that are underneath this page in the sitemap. So this is set right. And we'll just add this block. And there we go. There's the musical note tie showing right up. And again, since there's no inventory, it's going to tell me that doesn't work. But hopefully that gives you a sense. You can either just place products where you want them, as you want them in the most flexible way you can imagine with the product block, and or you can make product pages automatically from e-commerce, put those in the sitemap wherever makes sense to you, and then use the product list block to aggregate those product pages in what makes sense for your site architecture.